Should you keep your insurance in place while you're in the middle of a foreclosure or a short sale? We have an expert coming on today, so stand by. Good morning. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV, your local real estate and mortgage update.
And I am DeLynn Gaston. Thanks for joining us today. On today's show, we wanted to, of course, go over the things that we have been for the last few weeks, which is the 3 options on underwater homeowners where they find themselves. Option number 1.
Option number 1 being, well, do you want to refinance or do a loan modification, maybe with the HARP loan?
Right, those programs that are out there for
some of the other government programs are out there. Of course, option number 2 is the bad one, the infamous foreclosure, which unfortunately many people here in the Bay Area are still dealing with that challenge right now.
They are.
And then
option number 3
is our favorite, not really our favorite, but the one we've been focusing on is, of course, the short sale.
And because there are so many properties that are in short sale, under contract or on the market, underwater, equity inverted, we got that.
Upside down.
Anyway, one of the, we've been getting a lot of questions on these. Our phones have been blowing up and our emails and things like that. And one of the questions that, some of the stuff that people are asking about is their escrows and their insurance in particular, and especially with the storms. We are halfway through hurricane season now. So we wanted to bring on an insurance expert. We have Janae Garza with us today from Brightway Insurance, and she's going to kind of shed some light on some of where that stands.
And absolutely important for people to know, what do they do with their insurance? What should they do? I mean, they're already in a hardship. Do they stop paying? And I think she's going to be able to answer some of those questions for us today. Thanks, Janae, for joining us today. I imagine your phones are probably lighting up with, we're in the middle of storm season.
Yeah,
it seems like
we've been pretty active the last couple weekends.
Every time I look at the weather, there's like a little circle thing moving up towards us.
It's yellow and orange.
Yeah, it's just not a good thing. So I imagine people are calling you all the time. So thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
Okay, so some of the questions that we have been having, people have been asking us, we've been doing a lot on the options, the people who are underwater, not obviously literally underwater.
Equity inverted.
Equity inverted. So some of the questions is, and a lot of times people have their mortgage payment included with, or their escrows, their insurance and taxes included with their mortgage payments, and sometimes they don't. One of the things that we've been getting some questions about is, should they, if they are in the midst of a short sale or a foreclosure, maybe they haven't made mortgage payments or whatever the case might be, should they keep their insurance active?
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Why should they keep it active? I mean, what's the benefit? I'm upside down on my house.
Yeah, I know. Why should I keep my insurance?
I don't pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay my mortgage. Why should I pay my insurance?
They probably paid it for you. If you renewed in January, you're in force until January.
Okay.
That's true. So the insurance, good note to make to people who have stopped making payments or whatever, your insurance is in effect for a year from the time that they first took the policy out, which is probably when you closed on your house. For an entire year it's in place. So if you took it out in January and in July you stopped making your payments, you're actually still good until January.
Still good.
But what if they're not escrowing though? I mean, if they're not making...
Yes, if the bank is not making their payments.
So they can continue to make the insurance payments, whether they pay it quarterly, for the year, or semi-annually. Don't call up and cancel it. Keep it in force. If you need to have a payment adjustment, call your agent. Increase your deductible. Make it affordable. Keep your protection. It could burn down. You're not going to short sale a house that has burnt down and is not going to get rebuilt.
Good point.
Wow, it's hard enough to do a short sale without it being burnt. Imagine it being up in flames. At least then they'd have an option to get it repaired.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because you're still not out of the debt.
That's right.
People don't realize that. If you don't have any insurance and your house burns down, you still owe on a house that no longer exists.
So if it gets flooded by one of these storms or anything happens from in the middle of storm season, it'd definitely be a good point to go ahead.
The homeowner is still responsible, so they should keep their insurance in place.
Keep up the flood, keep up the homeowners.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It seems like a good point. Even in foreclosure too? What about in foreclosure versus short sale? I mean, there's people, we don't encourage anybody to ever walk away from their house. In fact, we're trying to educate people that that's the last option.
Right.
It's really not an option, but some people are not, maybe they're just not educated enough or they don't understand that foreclosure has such an impact long term. I mean, same rule applies because they're not off the debt. They still probably need that protection.
If they want it rebuilt, if they want it repaired, it's recommended keep it in force. You could have personal effects inside. They can get damaged too if you're still living there. If you need a roof over your head for your family and your loved ones.
And even if they're not still living there, if somebody gets hurt on their property, they can still sue them. If I'm not mistaken, you know, if you don't have insurance, so you want your insurance in place to continue. Now, as far as storms and things like that, when you mentioned payment adjustment, so people who are in short sale or foreclosure, like sometimes they've had a hardship, most times they've had a hardship and they can't make their payments or something. You can actually lower their payments, increase their deductible to make the payment a little bit more manageable for them.
Contact your agent, a good agent, when you say, I need help with the coverage and the deductible to keep it affordable, they can get on it right away for you.
Because I know that they want to, with the storm season being here, I think people want to keep their insurance going, but you know, you're looking, where can I cut corners? You know, where can I, you know, try and save some money?
Yep, contacting that agent on the policy you have. Don't shop the policy unless the agent recommends it. And ask them if they recommend it, and they'll tell you the truth.
And plus, if they keep the coverage in place, correct me if I'm wrong, their contents could be one of their biggest assets.
Yes.
So their furnishings, their TVs, we don't want to give up our TVs. It's football season, guys, you know.
I know my husband doesn't want to give up his TV.
You know, we definitely don't want to give that stuff up. So their contents would still be covered. So again, another reason, guys, keep the TV, you know.
Absolutely.
To, you know, keep that covered just for that. So just because you're in foreclosure or short sale, you still need your stuff. You're going to live somewhere.
Now that being said, you know, from the mortgage standpoint, keep in mind, if you did let your, you are escrowing and your insurance does lapse, which Janae recommends do not let it lapse, but if it does happen to lapse, the bank who is holding your mortgage, they are going to do force-placed insurance. That's bad. Trust us, that's bad. Whatever your insurance company is charging you right now, although it might seem like it's high, compared to force-placed insurance, it's normally, what I've seen anyway, it's like 4 times easily 4 times the amount. So if you're paying, you know, like, you know, $1,500 a year for insurance, which is average, times 4, that's what you're going to be paying. And you will be responsible for that. They're going to add that on. Even if you're getting foreclosed on, even if it's a short sale, they're going to add that on because that's what they're paying for your insurance if you let it lapse.
Wow.
Don't let it lapse.
Don't let it lapse, please.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but these force-placed policies, they're not going to cover my TV, are they?
It is of no benefit to you at all.
Man.
They will write the check out for damages to the mortgage company. You're still stuck with a great loss of personal effects. And it's my understanding the liability might not even protect you at all either.
Wow.
Wow. So you pay 4 times as much and you lose,
pay it.
And you lose coverage.
Lose situation.
There goes football season.
Yeah.
Call that agent.
It is football season. Yep. All right, now let's get on to, you know, we were talking here in Florida for the last several years, ever since 2004 when we had those back-to-back hurricanes every weekend it seemed, you know, insurance just went through the roof. Everybody knows that. A lot of companies stopped writing policies in the state of Florida, and we were stuck for a number of years with Citizens. Now, just recently, Janae was just sharing with me that she doesn't even use Citizens that much anymore. She has it, of course, you know, a lot of lines that she has in her company, but it is certainly not our only resort anymore. It's not our only choice. We actually have choices again.
You do.
So tell us some of the choices that we have, and tell us when we don't have a choice, and you do still have to use Citizens.
I have companies that are writing.
Good.
They have parameters. I put it in the computer and it lets me know. The times that I have to place with Citizens, flat roof homes. It breaks my heart. They're usually well maintained. They just don't want to touch them. And then the dreaded dog list. There's certain critters that I can't insure, and they have to go Citizens.
No kidding. So, and those dogs are?
Not memorized, but your obvious ones. I think some of your pits or any variety of pit. American Staffordshire is a pit. Rottweiler, Akitas, anything that looks like a husky.
So she means literally not a dog list, but a woof woof, a real dog list.
A real dog.
Yes.
I know. I always thought that was interesting, and everybody always says that, okay, it has to do with the type of roof. And this is what I tell my clients. Oh, it has to do with the type of roof you have, how old the house is, if it's wood frame, if it's block construction, all of these things, how far away from a fire hydrant you are. And then someone was telling me, and also what kind of dog you have. And I said, what? And I guess the key is that if the house is on fire and you call the fire department, are the firemen going to get bit?
No way.
That's apparently the risk.
Wow.
Yeah, is that correct? That's what I was explained to anyway.
It's a statistical risk that they have paid out, dog bites. And it's not limited to the 10 or 12 breeds. There's a lot more than I can remember. A history, a dog that has a bite history, I can't cover either, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Look at
I
that.
had no idea. So why did they name the company Citizens then if it's really not for citizens? How did they, does anybody know where that name came from?
I know.
It's faux.
I know. All right, let's talk real quick about the 4-point inspections and things like that.
Why do we need those now? I've heard all these things about...
The great thing about wind mitigations, getting 4-point inspections done and wind mitigation. You heard that. If you're buying a house, you know, your agent has told you, I've told you, your mortgage people are probably telling you as well, get a wind mitigation. That can save you hundreds, I understand.
Yes.
Plural hundreds of dollars.
What's the reason for that? How are they saving money? What are these insurance companies looking for to apply that discount? I mean, is it their dog?
Roof shape.
Is it if they have a 72-inch TV versus a 32-inch TV?
Wind protection devices, the shape of the roof, and what's holding or tying it down, they call them tie downs, and the age of the roof. You're killing a lot of birds with one stone of a wind mitigation. I highly advocate them. And people that have put on a new roof after '01 are especially benefited, and oftentimes they know it and have it for me already. It's a great thing. It's part of my
So just because you have a newer roof doesn't necessarily guarantee you're going to get the wind mitigation, but it's
you'll have one of the credits.
You'll have one of the credits
the very
there.
first credit. Yes.
Excellent.
So roof is the main area. Is there any other?
Well, there's a secondary water resistance.
Oh, really?
It's a membrane that is under some roofs. It's very rare. It's not a big major deal. The newer roof is, and the shape of the roof and the tie downs. Opening
is that the
protection.
clips? I hear people talk all the time about clips or something. In your attic, they go into your attic and look.
Clips and wraps, those are even better discounts. One builds upon the other. It's excellent.
So you get all of these things added together, all discount.
What about doors?
I sound like Flo on whatever that, you know.
Doors.
Discount.
Yeah, discount.
It is. That is how it works.
Discount. What about doors, windows?
Yeah, do those help in the
flooring,
mitigation?
Any of those things?
Yes, opening protection, and they look at that. Reinforced garage doors on your newer built homes. It's pretty much a given.
Garage doors.
If your house is built after '05 or newer, I don't need a wind mitigation, and I don't need a roof.
Because you probably already have all those things in place.
Built to code, yes.
But if it's an older home built in the 60s or 70s or 80s, something like that.
Yes, all of those. Yep.
Wow.
If you get one, it can save you lots of money. That's great. You know, I know that we can probably go on forever here about insurance and so the savings and things like that. And Janae, we really appreciate you being here. But maybe we can save the rest of them for another time because I know that you probably have to run.
And I'll come back.
Thank you so much for being with us
today,
You're welcome. Very
Some great information, especially knowing about my TV and what dog I can have. Hey, it's a guy thing. It's football season.
He's just all about football.
It's all about go Bucks. Okay, had to put that plug
Thanks,
in there.
Janae.
Right?
Go Bucks.
That's our show this week. Thanks so much for joining us, and thanks again to Janae for being with us. You know, we have her link down here, the link this week. If you want to contact her, call her. I'm sure you'd be happy to answer people's questions. That's what we're here for. We try and share this show.
Absolutely, and we're all over Facebook and Twitter. Don't be afraid to share this information. We provide this information to you to help your business grow. So share it with others, please. And don't be afraid to reach out. You know, you can always call us. Yeah,
text us.
I know.
Email us.
We do still have phones. I think I know how to answer it, but yeah, give us a call anytime.
He's always on his phone. He's got that Bluetooth thing. It's always in his ear constantly. But we have a lot of people that help us get this show done, like Janae, as well as our partner page over here. Please feel free to go over here. There's people over here who can help you move if you're moving, obviously, help you with air conditioning, home inspections, all the stuff that we spoke about today. They help us and our clients get everything done that needs to get done to get a home from beginning to end smoothly and easily, and I know they can help you as well. Share the show. Thanks so much for being with us. We are today and every day
moving forward.
Go Bucks.
Cowboys.